Hey guys, welcome to episode 1 of my sort of remake series of Counter-Strike Condition Zero, Deleted Scenes. So a little bit of backstory before we go into this. When Counter-Strike Condition Zero was being made, it was originally being made by another company who had an entirely different idea for what it should be. When the game switched companies, the original company that was working on it was allowed to release some of their work with the official release. That is where we get deleted scenes from. So what we're going to do in this series is we're going to go through the game level by level, starting from a new game. Well, not starting from a new game, we're actually going to start from the training level. And we'll go through the training level. I'll talk a little bit about how it relates to other games in the series, or rather, games in the series that this game is based on. And we'll just play through the whole level, and that'll be that for this episode. So here we go, world map's a little bit messed up. So on widescreen, this world map is going to be messed up. Things don't line up quite right. On normal definition, it's actually going to line up pretty good. Fortunately, we're playing this on a HD monitor, so, got a little bit of stretching there. And we're going to start off with counter-terrorist training. Now, funnily enough, counter-terrorist training is actually based on training levels in the game Half-Life and its expansions.
Please wait while I verify your identity.
The Counter-Strike series
Identity confirmed. Please proceed.
actually started as a mod for Half-Life 1. Counter-Strike 1.6 is the official release of the original game in the series. This game, Counter-Strike Condition Zero, would actually release in 2004.
Hello, and welcome to the Counter-Terrorist Special Training Facility. Please proceed to the elevator. They are waiting for you in the training areas.
See, most of the other training levels actually have a holographic assistant, or in the case of Opposing Force, they just give you a couple of boot camp instructors. That lady technically fulfilled the role of the holographic assistant. I mean, she's not in the actual training itself, but she provides the introduction to it. And of course, she talks a little bit robotic like the holographic assistants as well. So now we're going to actually get into some of this training. Should be simple stuff at the start.
The training course is just ahead.
His voice always messes with me. Doesn't look like it goes with him.
Greetings, Operative. The first moves you will practice are related to basic movement. Press your duck key to navigate under these obstacles.
Most of these training levels start the same way.
Good.
Basic movement.
You will now need to jump up on these boxes to proceed.
This one does
To
deviate
enter
a
this
little bit.
vent, you will need to perform a duck jump. Stand directly in front of the vent and continue to press forward. Then jump, and while you're in the air, press your duck key. Good job.
A lot of vents in the Half-Life series. Be surprised.
To descend on this ladder, simply walk directly into the ladder. Look down and continue moving forward.
Yeah, ladders are kind
Climb
of
up
a
these
pain
pipes
in
by
this.
walking directly into them while continue. Jump into this tank of water and swim through the
And of
pipe
course, you
below.
can kind of just skip
To
through
swim, simply
some
look
of
in
what the
direction
NPCs
want
are
to
telling
swim
you,
and watch your air supply
depending
while
on
swimming.
how quickly
If
you
you
run
use
through
the
it.
surface for air, an oxygen icon will light up on your display. Looking at it and pressing your use key.
But a lot of the same stuff is in the other
Looking to push that box
levels,
through the corridor.
just
Pushing is easy.
in
Move forward
different
against the box to push it out of your way.
sequencing, I guess is the word you would use.
Pull this box, move up to it, and press
Like
your use key.
in Half-Life's
Hold
Hazard
the use
Course,
key down to keep a grip
they've
on
got
the
a push
object,
and a pull,
and move slowly backward.
and
The object will come along with
they've got the swim level.
you. While gripping an object, you can also
Unlike
use straight
this
keys
one,
to move
though.
the object from side to side.
Theirs is kind of a... Like, obviously, here you can see that you have to go into that area and push the button. In Half-Life, you have to pull the thing away in order to actually get at the next section, instead of just going around like that.
Walk up to the control wheel, then press and hold the use key.
And while you have a control wheel here, and it opens a door, in Half-Life and Black Mesa, they have a control wheel that actually spins a bridge.
Some doors will require you to press use to open them, especially in areas where stealth is important. Walk up to this door and press your use key to open the door. To close the door, simply walk up to the door and press the use key again.
There's actually only one door in the main game that uses that method.
Hostage rescue zones can be identified by areas where the hostage rescue icon is visible. To lead the hostages to the rescue zone, you must approach a hostage and press the use key. They will follow you until they reach a rescue zone, or until you face them and press the use key again.
A little difficult to see, but if you look up in the upper left there, you can kind of see the rescue icon.
Let's go.
I'll take these guys one at a time, just so they aren't running into each other.
Thanks.
There we go, nice one. There's actually quite a few hostage rescue bits.
Let's go.
I mean, obviously, hostage rescue is one of those things that counter-terrorists are kind of known for. And it pops up in quite a
I owe you my
few
life.
maps, but also doesn't show up in some maps that you think it would.
Lead this civilian to the security panel near the door. He will bypass the security
Okay.
and allow you to proceed.
Now, this part of the training is something that was either cut from the main game, or something that was just a reference to Half-Life, because there isn't any portion of any level of the game where you have to lead an NPC like that. And of course,
Welcome
your
to the
weapons
live
training.
fire range. Here you will receive training in firing weapons, reloading, mode switching, accuracy, and finally explosives. Pick up your weapons and proceed to the firing station.
Now, at some point while watching these videos,
If you run out
If
of
you're watching
ammo,
these
step to
videos,
the ammo window for additional magazines. Also
might
try to
want to,
reload during pauses rather
turn
than
your
running out of
volume down.
ammunition at a critical time. Okay, squeeze off a few rounds to get a feel for your weapon.
of course, if you
Notice
see me
that
put
when
the
you
silencer
fire,
on,
your crosshair
not
expands with
need
each
to.
shot. The size of the crosshair represents the accuracy of your weapon. The wider the crosshair, the
Unlike
less
most
accurate
games,
your shots will be.
you
To be
actually
effective in the
don't
field,
have a
use
crosshair.
short controlled bursts
or,
to ensure accurate targeting.
Iron sights, rather.
Engage 3 targets to continue.
Now, obviously, the gun is modeled with iron sights. The player just doesn't have the ability to use them. And if you take a look at those windows
To
there,
switch firing modes on your weapon, press the
Shut up.
secondary fire key. Engage all
The
the targets
windows-
to continue.
with the hexagons in them, are reinforced and unbreakable, while the other windows were obviously shootable. Whee.
Good job. Time to change weapons. Pick up your next weapons and proceed to the firing station. All sniper rifles can zoom in on a target using the secondary fire key. Engage all the targets to continue.
This shooting range is also unique compared to others in the series. Half-Life and Black Mesa have rather rudimentary units that have vaguely human-shaped targets instead of these cutouts. Opposing Force actually has... Well, they're also vaguely human-shaped, but they're more...
Good. Pick up this
What, an
high
actual-
explosive grenade.
agency would use, I suppose. That one
Toss
also
the
takes
grenade at
place
the target
outside,
to continue.
unlike this training, which takes place entirely within a
Boom!
facility.
Good job. Finally, pick up the flashbang and smoke grenade. Flashbangs temporarily blind enemies, but if you look at it when it explodes, you'll be blinded as well. Turning away from flashbangs when they're about to explode will limit the blinding effect. Smoke grenades also temporarily affect your
There's too
enemy's
much
ability
smoke.
to
I can't
accurately
see.
attack. Very useful in crowded firefight situations. Your offensive weapons
good
training
animations
is
there.
complete. Please advance to the next area.
Considering how old this game is.
Kevlar armor is essential to your survival in the field. Pick up your armor and proceed to the hazards area. If you pass through fire or steam, you will see a heat damage icon light up. Directional indicators at the center of your display show you where damage is coming from.
This is another section of the course that I think is either something that was deleted or something that's a vague reference to Half-Life. A lot of the damage types in this mini gauntlet don't actually show up in the final game itself. Steam or radiation. Ice does show up. Electricity, I don't believe does. And I don't think fire does either.
Mounted med kits will restore your health. Walk up to this med kit
I
and
know that
press your
radiation
use key to
definitely
administer
does.
first aid. While most med kits only contain enough first aid supplies for a single recovery, some kits can be used more than once. To use a med kit again, look at the remaining first aid items and press use again. Once the first aid items are gone, a med kit cannot be reused.
To be honest, it's kind of confusing because there's not
Welcome to
really
the
an
counter-terrorist special
indication.
equipment training. The first piece of
what
equipment
medkits
you'll
can be
use is
used
the
twice or not.
blowtorch. The blowtorch can only be used in blowtorch zones. A blowtorch zone can be identified by areas where a blowtorch icon is visible. Walk up to the table and pick up the blowtorch. Select the blowtorch and look at the lock on the door. With the blowtorch selected, press your fire key until the lock is destroyed.
It's actually a neat little glitch with the blowtorch. I forget what causes it, but using it and then switching to a weapon right after will cause that little flame effect to come out of the barrel of your gun. And it's all guns you're using. Pretty neat.
The next piece of equipment is the radio-controlled bomb. Like the blowtorch, radio-controlled bombs can only be used in radio bomb zones. Pick up the radio bombs and plant a bomb on the equipment. Once a radio bomb is planted, take cover and press your fire key to detonate the bomb.
Yeah, when they say take cover, they're not kidding. I've actually killed myself quite a few times with these bombs.
Move on to the next area. Pick up the digital camera to continue.
A
This
digital camera, he
digital
says.
camera is used to relay
Never seen a
tactical
digital camera
data
that
to
looked like
command and
this.
Control from the field. Take a digital picture of the sensitive equipment on this table to continue.
Let me get my creep shots in. I have no idea what that's supposed to be.
Picture received. Move on to the next area.
Considering how close I was standing, I don't think that was a very good picture.
The fiber optic camera can be used to analyze tactical situations without revealing yourself to potential threats.
They have
Pick up
a
the
couple
fiber
guys
optic
walking
camera
around
and
in there,
use it in the
but
fiber optic zone to see what lies on the other side of
can't
the door.
actually enter that room, so I don't know why they actually did
Use
that.
your fiber optic camera to sneak past the guard in the next area. If you're spotted, don't worry, you'll be able to try again. Take notice of the stealth
Stealth going.
icon while you're in dark areas in this room. Anytime you're in a stealth zone, enemies cannot see you and will not attack or alert others.
Now, if I'm remembering correctly, there should only be one guard in this room, but he does have kind of an erratic pattern. There are a couple levels in this game that actually do use this for much a similar purpose, sneaking around guards. Although there is one spot in one level that we will be playing in the future where it's really no help at all. I don't know why they put it where they put it, but the camera location makes it like completely like blocked. You can't see the guy you're supposed to be looking for at all. And more than once I've almost been caught in that section because I had to peek out a little bit too far just to see whether or not the guy I'm looking for is actually there. A little annoying, but you know,
Excellent work. Let's move on to the next area.
not everything can be perfect.
When the lights go out, you'll need to press your night vision key. Navigate the night vision area to continue.
very inconsistent with night vision. Sometimes you have it, sometimes you don't, and very few weapons have a flashlight. To be honest, I prefer the night vision compared to the flashlight, and you're about to see why.
Since night vision will not always be available, some weapons are equipped with attached flashlights. Pick up the shotgun and press your secondary fire key to activate the flashlight. Navigate the flashlight area to continue.
As you can see, this flashlight kinda sucks. I don't know why they decided to have both instead of going with one or the other, though.
Good. Move on to the next area. The next piece of equipment is the radio. The radio is used to contact your counter-terrorist teammates from the field. Pick up the radio and use it in the radio zone.
Now, I believe this is the last piece of equipment, and we are almost at the end of this level.
Roger, on our way.
Affirmative.
Finally, you'll need to know how to defuse explosive devices.
There's quite a few bombs in this game, and more than a couple highly explosive ones that you've got to defuse in very, very tense situations. I know I've taken my fair share of bullets, right in the back and right in the face while trying to disarm a bomb desperately. You gotta decide between getting rid of the boss and getting rid of the bomb. I think these guys are supposed to be SWAT, but each level is self-contained, and almost every level has an entirely different counter-terrorist faction.
This bomb has gone live.
Providing cover. Position.
To defuse the bomb, walk up to it, face the device, then press and hold your use key. Excellent. The device has been defused. Congratulations. You've completed the Counter-Terrorist Special Training course. Please return topside for processing.
So, it looks like I'm successfully counter-terrorist certified. Wonder if I take that to the SWAT team, if they'll accept it. And that brings us to the end of our first episode of Counter-Strike Condition Zero Deleted Scenes with commentary. Now, the rest of the levels should be following soon. I'm gonna try and get down to 1 or 2 a day. When we get to the 6 bonus levels that are not a part of the main world progression, we're gonna go ahead and try and do those either all 6 in one video or 3 in 3. And we're going to do those before the penultimate level of the actual game itself. So, maybe 1 or 2 days in there before we actually get to the last level. Now, if you like this video, give me a like. If you thought there was something I could do better, or something I should stop doing at all, leave a comment. And hey, if you wanted to subscribe, I'm not going to stop you. But like I said, this is going to be episode 1 of a new series, and once this series is done, I am going to redo some of my other videos that also did not have commentary. But I'll see you in a little bit. Or rather, I'll see you if I see you. Y'all take care.